In yet another alarming revelation of Pakistan's continued involvement in terror activities, security forces in India have foiled two major terrorist plots linked to Islamabad's intelligence agency, the ISI. The recent arrest of a 19-year-old suspected terrorist, Abdul Rehman, who allegedly planned an attack on the Ram temple in India's Ayodhya city, underscores the growing security threats emanating from across the border. This comes just days after another Pakistan-backed terrorist linked to Babbar Khalsa International was arrested for conspiring to target the Mahakumbh in India's Uttar Pradesh state.
In a disturbing revelation, Indian security forces apprehended a suspected terrorist plotting to detonate two hand grenades at the Ram temple in India's Ayodhya city. The accused, 19-year-old Abdul Rehman from Faizabad, was reportedly trained and guided by Pakistan's inter-services intelligence. Rehman conducted multiple reconnaissance missions around the temple, relaying crucial information to his handlers in Pakistan. Authorities thwarted the plot just in time, recovering two grenades from an abandoned house near Faridabad, preventing what could have been a catastrophic attack on one of India's holiest pilgrimage site.
अगर वो मुजरिम है तो सबसे पहले हम अपने देश के लिए हैं कि भाई कोई भी गुनहगार हो उसको सजा मिलनी चाहिए, लेकिन इसकी पूरी तहकीकात करनी हो चाहिए, यानी इंक्वायरी पूरी होनी चाहिए कि उसको बच्चे को कहीं फंसाया तो नहीं गया है बुला के दिल्ली में, कि भाई वो हो सकता है भाई उसको बुलाया गया हो बैला फुसला के कि अपने माँ बाप को भी ये चीज़ मत बताना कि वो जान आने नहीं देंगे। तो उसको वो हमने बहुत पूछा, एक दो बार मैंने बहुत रोका कि बेटा मत जा, ईद का समय है, खर्चा है, कपड़ा लत्ता सबके लिए लेना है, जाना नहीं है। तो बोला खाली अब्बू 2 दिन के लिए हम जा रहे हैं, 2 दिन में हम वापस आ जाएंगे।
In a parallel development, another ISI-linked terrorist, Lajar Masih, an operative of Babbar Khalsa International, was arrested in Punjab. Masih was actively conspiring to execute a terror attack during the Mahakumbh, one of the world's largest religious gatherings in Prayagraj. Investigation revealed that he had been receiving arms and explosives via drones from Pakistan, highlighting ISI's increasing reliance on aerial technology to smuggle weapons into India. Security agencies successfully intercepted and neutralized the threat before it could materialize into mass bloodshed.
एक महत्वपूर्ण सफलता उत्तर प्रदेश के एटीएस को बीती रात मिली है और ये कार्रवाई उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की एसटीएफ तथा पंजाब पुलिस के द्वारा जॉइंट ऑपरेशन में की गई है। इस ऑपरेशन के तहत दिनांक 6/3/25 को बब्बर खालसा इंटरनेशनल एवं आईएसआई के मॉड्यूल का सक्रिय आतंकवादी लजर मसीह पुत्र कुलविंदर को कौशाम्बी से गिरफ्तार किया गया है। अभियुक्त का पूरा नाम लजर मसीह पुत्र कुलविंदर, निवासी ग्राम कुरलिया, थाना रामदास, अमृतसर, पंजाब है।
These recent arrests are just the latest chapter in Pakistan's long history of state-sponsored terrorism against India. From 2008 Mumbai attacks by Lashkar-e-Taiba to the 2016 Uri attack and the 2019 Pulwama suicide bombing, Islamabad-backed terror groups continue to pose a grave security challenge. Despite overwhelming evidence, Pakistan has constantly denied involvement along terrorist organizations such as Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba to operate with impunity.
Despite Pakistan having a long history of supporting terrorism, international efforts have failed to control and curb Pakistan's support for terrorism, primarily because Pakistan enjoys the full-fledged support of China. And since China is one of the permanent 5 members of the United Nations, any move to check Pakistan's support to terrorism always falls flat because China doesn't allow any resolution to be passed which even remotely condemns Pakistan. Hence, Pakistan continues with impunity to support global terror networks.
India has repeatedly called on international community to take stringent action against Pakistan's persistent support for terrorism. Organizations like the United Nations and Financial Action Task Force have been urged to impose stricter measures against Islamabad for harboring and financing extremist groups. Pakistan's coordinated failure to crack down on terrorism threatens not only the regional stability but also global security.
Pakistan's continued support to terror networks not only threatens India's security, but also in a very big way threatens regional and global security. The way dreaded terrorists who have operated the world over have been found taking sanctuary in Pakistan itself is a stark reminder of how Pakistan is using terrorism as an instrument of its state policy. Hence, it is very important that globally more and more pressure is exerted on Pakistan so that Pakistan stops its support to the global terror networks.
India has strengthened its counter-terrorism operation with a zero-tolerance policy toward terrorism. The swift action by security forces in neutralizing threats in Ayodhya and Prayagraj underscore the nation's commitment of safeguarding its citizen and religious site. With heightened vigilance and proactive counter-terrorism measures, India remains steadfast in dismantling terror networks operating within its border.